What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Z back with another freaking video. And in today's video, I'll be doing my story time video. This video is like it's gonna try to be a sentimental video. It happened to me when I was a kid, when I was homeless. So if you're interested in listening to this type of content, please keep watching the video. And shout out to all my new subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all that has subscribed. And before we get into this video, I just want to say this is my favorite brand of Yellowtail. Y'all, this has been a holy grail for like 3 years. I'm not sponsored, but y'all, I love me some Yellowtail. Comment down below if you like this wine too. And I love all of the brands of this wine. I love the red, I love the white, and one day hopefully Yellowtail sponsor me. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all this is my favorite wine. But anyway, so we're gonna go and get into the story time. When I was homeless, and it was when I was a kid. It happened to me like the year I was, I believe, 7 years old, and I was doing the transition with my parents, where my parents had split. I thought that was something. My parents had split, and I ended up leaving my father's house and moving back in with my mom. Like, I'm with my mom now. Because when I was younger, I just felt closer living with my mom. Like, my mom's a woman, she knows me more, so it was just, you know, a sentimental thing, you know? So, you know, it's very hard to talk about this because when I was 7 years old, a lot went on or whatever, and I was like 7, about to be 8, because my birthday's in October, so when the summer is over, I always turn a new year. So at this point in time in my life, I remember turning probably about 8, and my mom was going through some rough times at the time. I remember that she was like a telemarketer, and back in the day, like, the wages were like super freaking low, so I don't think she was making much there. I think it was probably like maybe $5 an hour plus commission. It wasn't really a lot of money. And I remember us living in an apartment or whatever. The apartment that we were living in was in the hood. I believe it was probably like on the edge of like Northeast Ivy City. If you're in the DMV area, you know what Ivy City is. It is a very poor area, and there's a lot of people, black people over there, but the apartments are cheap, but it's very ghetto, like very ghetto. And I remember us having an apartment there, and my mom, you know, she was struggling to pay the rent because, you know, she had me and my brother. My other siblings, they was not alive yet. If you do not know, I have 7 siblings. I will put them on this channel, but they're just so ratchet. But I'm a little ratchet too, but you know what I mean? Like, maybe I will put them like on this channel more. Y'all see my sisters or whatever. But basically, you know, my mom was struggling to pay the rent and everything, and we were living, like I said, in Ivy City, which is the hood, and there you go. So, that's one of my siblings. So, basically, you know, we were living there, and I remember my mom, she couldn't like really like afford the rent or whatever, so it was like really hard for her to like keep up with everything. And I remember a point in time where, like, you know, I was like at my lowest point. That's probably why I think I work so hard now that I'm in my 30s, is because I never want to like revisit the past on being homeless, because my mom had kids and she had split. She was married to my dad. My dad had cheated. Then, you know, I had like another sibling, and it was a lot going on. And I can, you know, like understand like now that I'm older on like how that probably could affect like a woman's like perception of like how things go, especially when you conceive a child with a man that you're supposed to be married to, and then you get cheated on, and then have a kid, and then y'all split, and now your finances are all messed up. That's why I be busting my ass. And that's probably why I don't have any kids yet, because like when you're a parent, especially a single parent, you have to be on the gridiron. If you're not on the grind, you are low-key going to be poor, and you're going to be in poverty for a very long time. So I don't want to jump off topic about poverty and single mothers. That's another video. So back to the story. So, you know, we were homeless or whatever, and my mom had a friend, and she had asked her if she could move in, because like she ain't had the money to pay the rent. So I guess her friend was like, yeah, you can move in. But like her friend, you know, like had kids too, and I knew the kids as well. But the only thing about it is that my sister's closing the door. How am I clear? You alright? Alright. Okay, y'all, that's my sister coming in. Anyway, at the time, you know, there was a lot going on. I was, like I said, I was 8 and we had to move out of the apartment because my mom could not afford the rent at the time. My other siblings were not born yet, so they don't even know about this. If they ever see it, they see it. But, like I said, my mom's friend, she had a boyfriend, and like, I don't know if that was her husband or like played boyfriend. I don't know. I just know that like he was living there. So like there were 3 other, she had 3 daughters that I was cool with or whatever. Sometimes we used to fight because we was, you know, kids or whatever. And I remember this one particular day when we were there, both of my parents were, well, her mother and my mother was at work, and then he was there to babysit us or whatever. So since he was there to babysit us and everything, he's a guy, we had did something wrong, you know what I'm saying? And then at the time, you know, I'm a child growing, and I had developed like really, really early. Like I had got my boobs, they grew in probably like around 8. Like when I was at the playground, everybody was staring at my boobs because I had titties. Like I literally had breasts when I was like 8. Like I was developing very, very early or whatever. So and my booty was growing, everything was growing. So I was developing really early. So one time, like the girls that lived there, which were like my little stepsisters, if I ever see them like on the street, I always say what's up to them because we went through a lot, you know. One day I think we had did something wrong or whatever, and like he was watching us. I remember it was at least 3 other girls because my mother's friend, she had 3 girls and I was the 4th one. So I think we did something where we didn't listen, and we went outside to play like for a very long time. Like we were outside for a minute, so there was nothing like we could like really, really do. So we were just like hanging outside or whatever. And since we were like hanging outside and we didn't come in at a certain time, he got upset with us, and he told us that we was going to be on punishment. And he also told us that like we was going to get a spanking, and he asked us to like take our, you know, pants off and just be in our underwear. And I remember him beating us with a belt. Yes, I got whipped with like a belt, but I got hit with like the back of the cord or whatever. So like, to this day, I wish I could show it on YouTube, but I think that's too much. So I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But I gotta sleep in my eye somewhere. But you know, it was like really messed up because like he left a permanent scar on my butt. It's still there to this day. Like it just looks disgusting. It's still a whelp. It's like a whelp, but it's like an ingrown whelp, and it stayed on my body for a while. And I remember when I did get beat with that belt, that belt was like really hard. Like the belt buckle was hard, and it left like blood, and I was bleeding for like, I remember, I don't know, I think I was bleeding for at least, I say about 30 days or whatever. I really didn't tell my mother about it or whatever. I just like stayed in pain for like a long time. And as I got older, I seen it heal, but it ain't never like fully healed. Like every time, well, dudes that I do sleep with, they be asking me like, why you always got so many scars and you got like so many whelps on you? Cause like when I was younger, like I was physically abused, sexually abused, you name it, beat, raped, anything. Like I've been through a lot. I think that's probably why I drink a lot, cause like, you know, like I be having a lot of feelings inside, and like this is my only time where I feel like now in life that like I could express like my hurt and my pain, because like I have so much pain. I went through so much as like a kid, adult, a teenager, you know, you know what I'm saying? And then like before we had moved into like the house, these cats are getting on my nerves. Before we had like moved into the freaking house of my mother's friend's house or whatever, I remember when I was, you know, staying with my mom, and she had an apartment that like it was rough for me at school. Like when I would leave like out and go downstairs to play like outside, I got rocks thrown at me because at the time I had dreads, and dreads was not acceptable how they accept it now. Now everybody on dick about dreads, but I know when I had my dreads or whatever, I got teased, I got rocks thrown at me. It was just a lot going on, and I just went through a lot, you know, like even before my mom became homeless, we were living in Baltimore for like a little bit. And I don't really tell too many people about it, but now that like, you know, I'm a little influencer and all of that, I just be trying to tell my story so people won't judge. But yeah, I used to live in Baltimore with my mother, and I also got rocks thrown at me when I was a kid, you know, because I had dreadlocks in my hair, and they used to call them shit locks. Now everybody in the world, Lil Wayne, entertainers, black men, black women, they are embracing their natural hair, which I really, really like. You know, I wish I would have, you know, had that same love when I was younger about embracing your natural hair, but it is what it is. But anyway, let me get back to the story. I be going on tangents. So, you know, like after I got beat with like the belt or whatever, and I was crying because I really felt like it was just a fucked up situation. Number one, I'm at a home where like I really am not happy. Number two is that I'm in a space where I really don't know these people like that. You know, it's my mother's friend. And on top of it, I'm eating food that I didn't want to eat. Like, we used to eat spaghetti with sugar. I am not a big fan of spaghetti with sugar. I feel like spaghetti should have garlic in it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, I had to eat what was there, or I wouldn't eat at all because my mother was working late because she was trying to get us, like, out of the place. So like probably I say 3 months after that, my mother had found like the courage to like get up out of there. And I remember this like yesterday, like we had finally left there and we was living in a basement on the floor, and my mom was renting a room for I think about $400, and we lived in the basement. But we were so happy to live in the basement because it was a house, but it was a basement, but like it only had one room, and it was literally a basement. Like we slept on a mattress, one mattress. We slept on one mattress, my brother and I, or whatever. I think my other brother, his father had to get him because I had another brother at the time. My mom had another kid, and my brother, he went back to his father. So it was just me and my brother, man. And we just was on the basement floor, sleeping on a little mattress. And we had like our little heater. We had a little heater. This is about to make me cry. We had a heater in the basement when it was cold. And we had like a sheet and a blanket. And we were so happy that we had that one little mattress on the ground. And we had that one sheet and that one blanket that we all huddled up together. And we stayed on the bed. And I think to this day, even though I'm still with my mom, that like my family, like, you know, like we share this house. This is my grandparents' house. God bless their soul. I miss my grandparents. They left at least their daughter a home because she really needed one. But, you know, when I tell this story, it just hurt because like it's so many things that I'm doing now that's wrong in my life. Spending money, doing dumb shit, doing this, that, and the third. But like family, you know, when I think about all the hard times we went through, we will always be close because we shared that one mattress with the bed and the sheet. And we were so happy at that time because we got to get out of that toxic house with her friend, because like the dude, he just wasn't right. He just was not right at all. And me personally, you know, I'm busting my ass right now. I'm doing the best that I can. Right now, y'all don't even know what type of stuff I'm going through right now. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. I'm being charged with a DWI charge right now. That's why sometimes I'm not always consistent, because I'm always at the job trying to get that situation out the way. And I'm going to do a full story time about this situation that I'm on. I don't even care if it messes up my image. I'm just real live realist. I like telling the truth. I don't like to hold back nothing. So whoever judges me, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was homeless for a while, you know, when I was with my mom when I was younger. And like I said, we was happy with that one mattress that we used to cook our food on a fucking hot plate. I'm trying to tell you, a hot plate. Put that joint up in the wall and put a pan right there and get cooking. But we used to be, like I said, so happy because that situation was toxic. And, you know, at first I really didn't want to share this video because I was like, man, I don't even know how people gonna judge me. Like, I feel like my honest topics that I put on the channel, I get hate, or I get good results, or I get nothing at all and people just view my video. But no cap, I don't lie about anything that I put on this channel. Anything I say, it's happened to me. But, you know, as human beings, as individuals, as especially black women of color, we got to make better decisions with these men. And we also have to make sure that we save. Like, right, that is my biggest problem right now. It's trying to save money. That's why I stayed me on the gridiron, because I know how it felt to not have anything. And to not have anything is like the worst feeling in the world. Like, to not have a home. When I see people outside homeless, it hurts. You know, when I had my apartment, I kept up with my apartment for like, I say about 8 years, and I moved back here. Before I got my apartment, my brother became homeless, and I told him to come home when he used to come home. And when he did come home, he was sleeping in the hallway, and I felt so bad for him because his feet were smelling real bad. He was stinking real bad. I had to give my own brother a shower. I had to soap him down, wash his whole entire body because he was smelling so bad. Because he was out there for days and days and days. And I used to tell him, like, I work in the morning, I work at night, I'm working to keep my place. And he would not come home, and then I would have to wash him. And my brother, he has mental issues. So, you know, when you're homeless, you feel like, you know, like, don't nobody care about you. And people don't. People don't give a fuck about you. If you don't have no money, and you're not working, or your hours get cut, or you can't make it, or you have no savings, they don't care. People don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. I mean, when they say they don't care, they do not care. And me personally, this year, I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm tired of spending all my money going out. I'm tired of spending all my money on clothes. Now, I know y'all love my clothing hauls, and I do too. But like I said, I have not got sponsored yet. And hopefully I can get sponsored, because like, I can't keep making those hauls. Like, they're costing me too much money right now. You know, I will do them here, sell them. There's other things that I can talk about other than showing off this body. But, you know, I just can't do it right now. So, yeah. But, you know, homeless in America is a big, big thing. Like, people don't know until you're actually homeless. That's why when I see homeless people, if I have some cash in my pocket, I always give them something. Always. Because I remember what it felt like when I didn't have shit, when I didn't have no money in my pocket. You know, I just didn't really, you know, I don't know. I just know that, like, in order for anybody to say successful in the United States, is that you have to have some source of income. And unfortunately, if you don't have a job or you have nothing going on for yourself, being homeless is real. Like, my mom, she's such a good person. I love my mother so much. My mom, you know, like, we have friends that come over sometimes. There's boyfriends that came over the time, not mine, but they should remain nameless. And girlfriends that come over. And my mother is so nice that she will let people stay with her. No rent. just help out with the groceries like they child and help them out, because she know, and she been homeless before. My mom stayed in the shelter before, especially when I was in when I was going to college and I was in high school. My mom was in the shelter. I did not know. At the time, I was kind of upset that my mom had left me, and I was really mad with her. But she went to a shelter in Philadelphia. She lost her place again, you know. She came back to this area and whatever, to the DMV area. At the time, I had my own place. My mom, she stayed with me for a little bit. Then I helped her get her apartment or whatever. I used my credit for my mother because her credit was not that good. And I helped her get her apartment at the time. She stayed there for 7 years. And then when my grandparents got sick, she stayed here. I told her, Mom, I want to move out. I want to come back home. And here we are. I'm here. So that's what I want to speak about, being homeless or whatever. Every day I'm grateful to have my mom. I do a prayer every day. You know, thank you, Lord, so much for a loving mother. I love her so much, even though we get into our little small quarrels. I don't really argue with my mom. But, you know, I'm so grateful to have a mother because, you know, right now it's super expensive. One of my jobs went out of business and I'm coping. It's really hard doing these hourly jobs. They are not what's up unless you're getting paid a lot of money. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this freaking video. Shout out to all my subscribers. Please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment down below. This was embarrassing to talk about, but yes, I have been homeless before, so I know how it feels. And hopefully I can, you know, get everything that I need to get done to be successful on YouTube, to be successful in my career, to be successful in my love life, to be successful all the way around, because the last thing somebody wants to do is be homeless, broke, with no money. That is not the way to go. That is why I work every single day, and I need to be saving every single check these days. I don't know, y'all. If I get a body, I might strip, get them ones ready. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm out, you guys. I'm about to make me a little sandwich because I'm hungry. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.